My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Monster Train 2. It's time to hit that random button. Ooh, Luna Coven. Ooh, Luna Coven's going to be able to use the bonk very well from Railforged. Deals 9 damage on Slay It, Forges 3, 2 copies of Celestial Storm, and a Crucible Steward. Hell yeah, we got a lot of Smelt in this deck. Seraphiternus Chosen of Savagery. Also got Strixen Hallow. Savagery is going to demand... I mean, maybe we can deal with that with spells. You have to have a lot of spells, though, because there's a couple of the floors that have 3 Rage Wings going on at the same time. When you play a Rune card, apply +1 capacity to that floor, or... cards without upgrades cost -1. I'll take that. Maybe there's some unit cards I don't need to upgrade. Metalworker. On summon, add 2 scrap metal to your hand. At end of turn, apply Refined 1 to the scrap metal cards you have in hand. Yeah. I like that. I like it a lot. Especially because I've already got someone who wants to etch them. Or rather, smelt them and then trigger etch off of them. Etch a Vengeful Shard. Wait, actually, I had Salvage in hand. I can salvage that Vengeful Shard instead. Celestial Storm for the AoE, and then hold. Use a Witch Weave to take out the next floor, because these ones on the bottom won't do anything. We'll bonk one of you, we'll salvage a salvage. Then develop a Spear Steward top line. And now with the other Spear Steward in hand, I'll etch the scrap metal, salvage the other scrap metal, and drop a giant Spear Steward on the top line. Here we go. Yeah, it may legitimately take until that floor to do it as well. Yeah. That's where we'll be hiding all of our damage. Although it's worth noting we don't really have damage without that line right now. Let's see. Steel Pulley Claw. Metallurgy. Damn it. I want both. I think I probably need Steel Pulley Claw first, because I already have enough sources of smelt. Moon Pixie, 0 cost. A unit that I can get away without upgrading that I could just hoist down on turn 1. I really like Phase Blessing as well, but this is a really good way if I'm thinking of overstacking to get a bunch of... Oh, Railforged unit, Merchant of Steel. I think I'm going to go Merchant of Magic, then Merchant of Steel. I usually want to go Merchant of Steel first, but with bonks in the base deck, there's at least decent... And the Salvage is actually a pretty good card to upgrade as well. But also, it's because I want Railforged units more than anything else. Intrinsic, you say? Salvage machine. So the conductor stewards... But the salvage machine has 0 cost, harvest 1, harvest game forge 1 rather, and the ability to give us additional scrap metals. Perfect for this run. -1 intrinsic. I like that on maybe a bonk. And then plus 20, -2 and gain consume, thank you, rather, for a celestial storm, and then plus 20 and gain consume for a witch. Hold the rest of my money for a steward. For Merchant of Steel upgrades. Not a battle enemy that's burning floor. Kind of annoying. A little bit annoying. Pretty scared about this whole top line situation. Bonk. Witch weave. I even have another bonk. A large part of me feels like the right idea right now is actually blow up all of my scrap metals immediately. Because then I can drop a Spear Steward with a bunch of stats on the second line. It only gives me another 9, something I already have. I don't need the energy for anything. I am basically on my last turn to drop a big unit right now if I want one. Who knows if I'll even cycle back to it in time if I don't. Yeah, it needs to be backline as well. Even if it's minimal, it needs some additional health to defend it. Stop 2 of those curses from being given to us. Steel Pulley Claw hoists the bottom to the top. Gain a scrap metal. I'm gonna full heal my own unit there. Sweep takes out the enemy on bottom rather. Use the Crucible Steward this turn to burn Vengeful Shard, and then in 2 turns time burn a scrap salvage. Unfortunately, you're going to have a bunch of spikes by the time you come to the top. Going to be a problem for everyone except the Spear Steward. It's not going as well as I want. Give both of our back units the ability to hit an additional time. Oh, if only I could have gotten Moon Pixie up here for the Celestial Storm. Oh, well, I guess it's not attuned anyway, but it would have been nice. I think I get more damage out of literally just burning 2 cards with the salvage, though, than by playing the Celestial Storm. Unfortunately, the enemy ascends with the ability to hit me twice. This, admittedly, we always knew was going to be a pretty tough fight. I'm kind of happy to get out of it with taking that little damage, to be honest. You're already 0 cost by base, Spike Driver, but you are also a really good unit to summon with Harvest. With Scrap, rather. I don't need a second Moon Pixie, do I? I kind of do want it, but I'm taking Bloody Moon. And now it's 100% Merchant of Steel. You can't really convince me otherwise. Smidge Stone and Frenzy Stone both here. Interesting. Interesting. Suddenly got a lot less interesting, unfortunately. I don't really like Conductor Steward because I feel like your ability is basically who you are. Your rally is very rarely good. Like, it very rarely matters that you're giving 5/5 to a summoned unit unless you're summoning that unit a ridiculous amount of times or... What? What's the or? I don't know. Could get a second copy of Crucible Steward as well. I don't really have a good wielder of the multi-strike I found earlier, though. Not that either of you would be that. Take the second Crucible Steward. I'm gonna mini stone someone, like... I really want to large stone them as well. Like, if I could mini and large, like, a single Crucible Steward, and then the bottom line is Crucible Steward, and Hef, or even, like, Crucible Steward, Salvage Machine, later a Moon Pixie as well. It'd be nice. I really do want to give multi-strike and damage to something. Maybe it should be... Yeah, it's going to be the other Crucible Steward, actually. On summon a random friendly from your deck. I'm not going to want to do that a lot of the time. Add melee weakness 1 and spell weakness 1 on strike. Could do that for the Crucible Steward. The spell weakness even matters because on the later... but also, hang on. Just giving you straight up plus 10 damage is plus 10 damage for every smelt as well, which is a lot of what you're doing. Also, it's so efficient to overstack that upgrade there. That's what I have to do at the moment. I'm gonna go capacity after this. Luckily, I've got Witch Weaves to try and help us heal. Easy, we don't even take damage on the bottom line. Actually, I think I'm probably better served just salvaging that. That smelts the Demon Eye, then Bloody Moon the bottom line to keep the health up. Smelt Vengeful Shard. Celestial Storm doesn't really do anything here. In fact, it's actually worse because the Acolyte dying on the next floor is better for us. Okay, so Steel Pulleyclaw the second floor. I really like the idea of moving the Crucible Steward up this turn as well. No, I didn't want to use the Etch there. That was my bad. I don't want to buff Archeon. If I can get away with Archeon literally not getting any damage in this fight, or getting very little, I think it'll be really helpful for us. I also do feel responsible for getting a giant Spike Driver out, which I'll do now. I don't really want to be using my bursts, but it's fine. To heal. I mean, if the bonk's already okay, no need to do anything about it. Yeah, I have nothing else to spend my Forge points on, so big Spear Steward for the bottom line. Oh, this is a big one. So, we'll hoist down the Moon Pixie so that I have enough to be able to give health to the Spear Steward. Unfortunately, Archeon will see one unit die this floor. The Flagellant. Can't really stop that. Yoink. Salvage to salvage. Yeah, if I got Celestial Storm, I wouldn't want it. Hell yeah. Love to see it going so well. I really need to figure out what my flaws are now, though. Oh god, assembly room. I mean, is it assembly room? How would I use that to get, like, more, probably, Crucible Stewards, I guess? Bottom line would need a real defender. There's also Anvil Breaker, so I can spend my Forge points to do something, but... And Ritual Tome's not bad for survivability as well. If I go Assembly Room, I have to go Energy here. If I go Energy here, I can't take what I really care about. Or I could just play the Assembly Room on the first turn that I exhaust. And we had that from turn 1 because of the Hefts as well. So our floor would be second floor Heft, standing in front of a Crucible Steward, and then the bottom line is just like Shield Steward, Salvage Machine, Crucible Steward, and then when I hit the Assembly Room, we send down additional Crucible Stewards each turn. I mean, I'm not against it. Steel Steward is just a straight upgrade on the... Well, so is Forge Steward, actually. Give me Forge Steward instead, yeah. I'm coming around to energy, actually. Not quite there yet, I don't think, though. With the upgrade we just did, I don't care about capacity either. I'll take draw for my first, yeah. We got so many zero costs in this deck, that's got to be correct. Merchant of Trinkets with money next to it. Merchant of Magic. Give some more consumes out of the Merchant of Magic. Alright, Merchant of Trinkets. Impress me. Okay. Metalworker only has 25 health. It's not great. Odie's Totem. +1 energy per turn, 3 less deployment energy. Silent Sigil, when it becomes New Moon, give armor 10 to friendly silent units. Not gonna happen. We don't even cycle the seasons, so like the Circle of Cycles is just 10 health for the lowest health friendly unit each turn. One time. Oh! This should be Grand Michel for so many reasons. But the the Crucible Stewards would love to see that many Excavated Embers in the deck as well. Oh, and with the draw. So I want to go Grand Michel because it gives the additional damage to the Crucible Stewards, who then translate it into etch damage. And then when it's a multiplier, it gives 30 damage to each of them, which is really good. And it matters a lot for the Crucible Stewards who's in multi-strike. But I'm doing it. Give me Picao, let's go. Give me a Calcified Ember, then let that mature into a better Ember. I feel like I just re-roll here and hope that I find something that's much higher value for us. On the turn after the deployment phase, summon a random unit from your deck on each floor. So in the first turn, I'm going Forge Steward, Crucible Steward, bottom line with Salvage Machine. Then half Crucible Steward behind. And then the top floor is whatever. Extra Shield Stewards if I have them. I do. So it's there. And then deployment phase. Moon Pixie being pulled onto the wrong floor kind of sucks. Spike Driver Spider being pulled out too early kind of sucks. First unit you summon each turn gains Conduit 4, says Stardust Tree, which is helpful. All of the Witch Weaves and all of the bonks by default doing better. Molten Manifold, X costs get +2. I do love that Chemical X. Molten Manifold, I mean. Give me the Stardust Tree. A little bit of Conduit to kick our floors off. Okay. Forge Steward, Salvage Machine, and then a Crucible Steward. Next is Crucible Steward behind half. Has to be half, because half will be ignored by the assembly room and get the steward down, whereas if I put another steward, it would get the frontline steward instead. There we are. And having played a unit on the bottom line on the first turn, which we... I mean, I'll use Bonk for that instead, actually. Even better. Bonk. And now to stop pretending that I don't already have it, it's Crucible Steward burns a scrap metal, assembly room assembles down another Crucible. I could burn another scrap metal right now. There's no really good reason to. I really don't even have the space to play additional units right now. Salvage the units I can't play then. And then develop one very big steward on the top line. Burn out the Dominion's Eye from hand so I don't have to deal with it anymore. And the Vengeful Shard. I mean, I'll salvage a scrap metal for no good reason. Why not? Then this Moon Pixie gets set up, and I assemble another Crucible Steward. I don't think I've forgotten to do that on any turns yet, but if I have, oops. Mm-hmm. Well, we got them all. And full heal the Forge Steward as well. Bring down the biggest of the warriors. Honk. I guess I can drop the Smite Driver Spider on the top line as well. Why not? Big bonk. Oh, wow. Before casting anything, we're barely even winning the bottom line. Hell yeah. Oh. Can't move it down, so just get an additional copy of a Crucible Stew for the second line. Hell yeah, that assembly room's going well. The sooner I can summon that, the better we will be. Full throttle, considering I'm overstacking floors. Also, I don't really care about my forge that much. Maybe one day. Planetarium. I'll take a Moonbeam for just nuking an enemy line if I desperately need it as well, though. Merchant of Triggers, Merchant of Steel. Merchant of Steel for upgrades for the health of Forge Steward are pretty important to me. Crucible Steward got its large stone. Give dualism to the Moon Pixie. Plus 20 health to Forge Steward as well. And then I'm not giving plus 14 to Spike Drivers. Well, actually, hang on. I can, because the Spike Driver Spider increases its cost from 0 to 0. Yeah, it pretty much didn't matter what unit you showed me. Thanks for trying, though. We're not going to be doing a Spear Steward floor of any kind. Could have probably cut another Shield Steward from the deck there as well. We could put the tanky Crucible Steward on the next line instead if we wanted to. Not fully against it. Oh, hell yeah, Moon Pixie. Hey. Forgot that I was going to be forging it. Oh, this is a natural Calcified Ember in the deck, so I'll actually... Yeah. I'll actually play that one out. And hold the rest. Healed a lot coming to this floor. Burn another Scrap Ember. Gotta get the hoists for the bottom line as well. I'm gonna hoist down Moon Pixie. Setting up for a Moonbeam that does a lot more. I'm gonna burn another Calcified Ember, play out this Calcified Ember, and then Moonbeam through the enemies there. Should I Spike Drive a Spider this line? Go on top. One more Calcified Ember for me. I don't really want to still pull anyone down. Assembly room. Send them. Alright. Now, let me salvage a card. Now I don't have to worry about being sapped anymore. That'll do, I think. I think bonks finally deal decent damage. Oops. Turns out I had another unit the whole time. Oh, and... there we go. We'll also pull down this Spike Driver Spider so it and 44 Forge Points can just watch. I care more about forging things to remove them from my deck than I care about the Forge Points they give you. Disassemble? I don't really have units of mine that I want to kill. I'll take another Full Throttle. I mean, it's Moonlit Glaive. Put a Moonlit Glaive on a Crucible Steward who's on the bottom line and then just explode everything. Explode everything. Assembly room's not going to be playable in deployment. Merchant of Magic maybe, so that I can try and upgrade some of these spells for the sake of being able to donk the enemy's backline with consistency. Oh, -2 cost consume remove. Yes. That'll be for our... Wait, where are you? Full Throttle. Okay, I mistook it for salvage because they kind of look similar. Oh. Actually, I'll be consume removing and giving spell chain to one of the excavated embers because it's so much better to do that. Then Weave gets plus damage reroll. Ooh. I don't think intrinsic for the Full Throttle's super necessary, but I think it's helpful-ish. I'll take it. It helps us scale a little bit faster, which admittedly is a problem. Bonk is already dealing 14 by base. I don't think I need to up it. I will have a 0 cost another salvage. And... actually, I'm gonna Holy Stone the Moonbeam for trying to keep me alive. Unstable Vortex removes 2 shield. Well, it doesn't need to be 2 shield shields, because one of them I can just play on the top line with no ill effect whatsoever. Because it costs 0, and I'm not using that line, so... maybe Witchweave? I'm actually kind of leaning Spike Driver Spider. Every time I play it, I'm like, okay, and I played it. Now what? It's really not... yeah, you really aren't a part of this deck, buddy. Get out of here. It can be super handy as well to have a shield steward who just sits on the top line to distract the bosses. Oh, hang on. Nope, you are not my conduit holder. But you being on the top line to distract flying bosses for the first round is always so good. Especially because Hef really can't do that herself. Again, wrong unit to play first, Raps. Come on. It's any of the bottom line. Literally any of the bottom line. Make your pick. Choose your pick. Take your pick. And go mine with it. Give me that and that and that and that and go. Burn out a Dominion's Eye. Bonk and Bloody Moon take out the enemy backline. Huh? I'm going to steal Pulley Claw, play Moon Pixie, and then pull the Moon Pixie down. You may also have additional burst Moon Pixie. Oh yeah, the damage of Hallow is going up with each time I hit Strix. I don't think it's important to do those tiny little instances of damage to Strix then. Yeah, I'll bonk something else later. Full Throttle's actually bad for us here as well. For the same buffing Hallow reason. It's not good on the next floor either, though. I think I just leave it the turn. No. No, go away. This is my floor. I mean, yeah, I can't really do anything about that. Well, best thing that I can do about this is pull one of you off the floor so that I don't have to lose you. It should probably be here, but let's give a consideration to the fact that it might... Oh, it is the Crucible Steward, actually. I'll take Crucible Steward. You can have that Moonlit Glaive, and now it's time to salvage this run. Moonbeam for the heal. Should probably put Assembly Room on the bottom line. Because after the Forge Steward dies, and it will, I'll just dupe additional Crucible Stewards there then. Alright, all of that. Now we got 21. I can play a big Moonbeam for 21. And it heals up the pyre by 21, and it also keeps us alive. Oh, it moves it right behind itself. Interesting. That's not where I thought that was going to be summoned. Uh-huh. I mean, for a fight that fell apart in the middle, it worked really well. No damage taken, and in fact, we healed a bunch. Ritual Tome. It's such a good card. I like Coven Spike, but I've got Conjure for that bottom line. Yeah, this is a toughie. I don't think it needs to be Capacity. I do think I now put the Large Stone Crucible Steward on the second floor, and then start moving that down, although the other one is so much better for offense. But, you know, half surviving full stop would be nice. Draw, I really feel like I could get down and draw because I'm gonna have so much energy in this deck, and my energy is basically how many cards do I draw right now. Small consideration to the deployable energy just so that I have the ability to put down a Moonlit Glaive earlier, but drawing to the Moonlit Glaive and to the Fae sooner is so much better, I think. So at deployable energy, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 1, 2, 3. So I'm using 3 deployable energy at the moment. I have 4. Merchant of Magic certainly helps. Like, a holdover on that bonk, and then, well, it doesn't really say the entire bottom line, but it helps. So, Excavated Ember, obviously one of the best dupes that we have in here at the moment. I like Merchant of Arms for the deployability of like a Moonlit Glaive or something like that, but or Steel Bully Claw even, but without those, and I can't get those without additional energy, I think we go over to the Merchant of Magic. Hold over. So, intrinsic -1 for Ritual Tome. And straight up -1 for a Celestial Storm. We need to keep those. Plus 20 and consume the Witch Weave is fine, because that's actually probably going to stay in the deck the longest. Hall of Mirrors. There's no Merchant of Arms in the next area, so I can't make the Hall of Mirrors deployable, and if I can't make it deployable, it doesn't matter. It would be to get a second copy of Hef, because... so good. Void Armament... no. I'm gonna skip here as well. I don't really have units who want the Void Armament that bad. Ugh, start a battle ending this British floor. Gosh. You know, I can't. That sucks. That sucks a lot. Oh, that sucks so much. Oh well. That's how it happened. Can't change anything about that. I can, however, put a forged... well, I gotta put the bottom line first. Done. Now I can play anyone, anywhere. God, we're not even gonna get the salvage machine on the bottom line. That's so sad. Hold up. Bonk first. Because a Ritual Tome will kill. So we'll up full throttle. And I kind of just want to salvage one of these. Maybe salvage the bonk. Actually, no. Salvage the scrap metal. Play steel pulley on the bottom. There you go. Sadly, I don't have a big enough bonk for the bottom line. There we go. I can hoist down the salvage machine as well. Should have done that earlier. We'll salvage through a scrap metal in hand, give the Moonlit Glaive to the Crucible Steward. Yeah. I know smelt yields are doubled on Hef's floor, but maybe I pull Hef down to the bottom line. That's kind of the only way I feel like I'm going to be taking advantage of that. Oh, never mind. We know who we're pulling down this turn. Well, because I can. Give it a huge amount of salvage. Then yoink. Okay, yeah, we do get a new ability on the bottom line. That's great. So now I can burn out Dominion's Eye. And then Moonbeam to heal 16 times. Sounds great to me. Don't worry, I know it didn't affect me. Didn't really need to be fair. Got another giant moonbeam. Heal me. I'm starting to feel pretty good about whether or not we'll be able to kill all of the things that we need to kill at the very end. Things are looking pretty good. Oh, wow. Currently losing this line. Perfect. 70 damage 40 times. Get him! And that's no more racks for us. Oh man, if I needed to heal at all, it would have worked so well. So unnecessary. I could car collapse. I could car collapse for the bottom line because it's a trigger. It's not bad. Second Moonlit Glaive isn't bad either, but with the amount of draw that we have, is Moonrise a good idea? Actually, maybe even Cosmic Bolt? No, second Moonlit Glaive absolutely is. Merchant of Steel, you say? Yeah, survival-based upgrades with the Forge Steward. They're pretty good. Merchant of Magic, like there's some obvious hits, of course, but especially the Forgotten Boon's money appeals to me. On deployment phase, draw an equipment card from your deck, reduces cost to 0. Yeah, I should use that to get a Moonlit Glaive by default. And while the buyer is at full health, draw an additional card each turn. I'm already drawing too many cards a turn, please. Probably. Maybe? I don't know. I might come back for that, actually. Quick and Lust 10. And there is also an Endless. We overstack our floors, so Endless isn't especially good for us. I don't think any of these are especially good for us. I think another copy of Ritual Tome actually makes a lot of sense as well. I'm gonna take the Excav Ambo because I want it so bad, but yeah, that also could have made sense. Fire Piping, then we remove one final card from Zodak. It does not need to be the Shield Steward again. Gotta remind myself of that verbally so I don't screw up and remove a good card. And I'm using Witch Weaves for removal on the bottom line as well, so if anything, cut an unupgraded salvage. And then let's see what Sarah Paternus has to say about that. Beautiful, Seraph. You're allowed to kill our top line immediately if you'd like. Dealing with Seraph attacking Crucible Steward is going to be a problem. I could jump with the salvage machine. Maybe that's not a bad idea, actually. Gotta get that ritual time sorted. I like Steel Pulley Claw. Moonbeam's only dealing 160 damage at the moment. It's going to take a lot of effort to get a lot more. This is really tough. I'm going to have to try a couple of things. So first, I'm going to use a Crucible Steward to burn that on the same floor that Hef is on. Then Steel Pulley Claw and pull Hef down to this line. Then I'll use this Crucible Steward to burn another Scrap Salvage. Give everyone multi-strike a couple times. 20 by 20? Would that be enough? Oh my god. It doesn't get us there. Okay, did I have another salvage in hand at the very start of that turn? I just need to order the turn differently. I believe our answer to be no. Means, unfortunately, I believe this kind of ends pretty much exactly the same. It's even worse this time. Oh, right. Hadn't used Ritual Tome yet. Oh, it's still worse this time. How did it get worse? I do feel like I had more smelts available last time. I guess I had additional energy. Yeah, I had additional energy because the Moonbeam and Bonk. Wait, what? Oh my god, I've got Conduit on the top floor. I was wondering why our bottom line didn't seem to have any Conduit going on. Well, that was embarrassing. Let's figure this out instead, though. There and there. That's the chomp. That's that. Okay, so yeah, now the Celestial Storm is doing a numper. as it was supposed. The claw brings down half, then burn that big scrap. Celestial Storm, and yeah, Moonbeam would finish. Even if I play Vengeful Shard before it finishes. Great. Do need to hold over the bonk, even if I'm not using it this turn. Yeah, just Seraph Eternus takes out Forge Steward. I just don't have health that can deal with our enemies. There's definitely a better way of doing this. Bottom line, let's get another damage. So I've got another one to give the Moonlit Glaive to. Then drop Dominion's Eye first. Okay. Gotta salvage through Vengeful Shard first. You lose everything except for the Steward? Good lord. I think I just didn't put enough health in this. I'm kind of screwed, actually. Because I can't take down the enemy's front line in Chosen Zealot. Yeah, I can't see the version of this that I mean, like, I'll give Moonlit Glaive for a bunch of health to the Forge Steward and see that, but I don't see the version of this that doesn't lose right now. God, I'd love to. Yeah, even with that. God damn, there has to be a version of this that just kills the Forge Steward. Please. Please, don't do me like this. Don't do me like this. My 10 streak? My 9 streak? Don't do me like that. Not on my 9 streak. It's my birthday. It's my birthday and it's a 9 streak. It's not my birthday. It's my birthday and it's a 9 streak. Don't do it. Also, I won the lottery today. Don't ruin my day. Don't ruin my lottery day. I had a child today. You're gonna curse my child's life. You're gonna make me hate that child. Yeah, we're screwed. Yeah, this one's not going well. I mean, like, you know, if Moon Pixie came out a little earlier, maybe. The real problem is Seraph Eternus, 30 damage and melee weakness too, and I had no way of removing the melee weakness from myself. Which hurt. Yep. I even had a jump unit. On the wrong floor, as it turns out. Chosen Zealot basically kills my entire line because I can't do enough damage to you in time to prevent you from doing anything. I mean, I think Excavating probably could have saved the day. Enough energy and card draw to get us to something worthwhile. Oh, man. I'm even trying to project, like, if I set up on different floors, if I had a different draw, could I have won this? Or did I just come into the fight with far too little in the way of HP? And, yeah, all of my units matter to me, and I came into the fight with very little HP held in hand. Granted, like, you know, Crucible Steward has 60 health. This has got 65 from Fortitude and stuff like that. But, like, without 90, Seraph Eternus is just killing a unit. No! 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 Alas. I think the unit it kills will be me. Everything was going real well with the old Excavated Ember and Crucible Steward. Right up until about now. Like, literally, everything else completely fine. If I abandon a bottom line, Terrifying Amalgam would be hitting us in the face with 5 each turn, which, look, I'd lose 30 health over the course of the fight, but we have the ability to ridiculously heal if we need. But even if I did that, it gives me a turn to set up against. All right. I'm gonna see if I can set up on the next floor and whether or not that will have any impact. So that would then become our top, which can't be the one that has the thing because of the reason. I guess I give Conduit to the middle line now, which is where Crucible Steward stands behind the Forge Steward. You wear that. And Hef and Sacrificial Unit for Hef. And then the Crucible Steward. is our steel pulley claw for... I mean, I can pull the Chosen Assassin out from behind in order to hit it with Moonbeam. That's pretty fun. Unfortunately, this is kind of the best I can do. Big Moonlit Glaive saves this floor. All right, baby. Thankfully, we are going to pull that unit down, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. The car collapse for the bottom line. There's no way to play the Moon Pixie safely. Unless... Unless I just give the Moon Pixie so much health via armor that it's okay. And that also blocks 5 damage coming in. I don't think assembly room's going to be happening, though. Call it a hunch. Little bonk will do it. Okay. Definitely Celestial Storm the bottom line. Then... I salvage Bloody Moon? And then I'm gonna hoist you and Moonbeam. Perfect. Preventing 5 damage and also healing back up. Giving me the ability to draw an additional card next turn. And also, which we full heals my front. There you go, buddy. Welcome to the floor where you get to watch everything die. Gonna be short here, unfortunately. It's okay. Let's pull up one of the amalgam. Don't really change the way this resolves. God, we're really gonna have tough with this. At least I've got Moon Pixie in the back. With a bunch of health to spare. So that's infinity energy. Great. I like infinity. Good number. That was not... What? Okay, I'll burn a witch weed. Going infinite again. And now that we've got 99, I'll Moonbeam the bottom line for 99 health. All right. Now, where were we? All right, I'm pretty sure I was playing Moonbeam. All right, let me figure out what to do about that. Hold on, good friends. I got some buttons I gotta click. Alrighty then. After all that, Moonbeam for half of the remaining health of Serapaternus. And it's gonna take about one more of those. Oh, I'm so pleased. I really don't know if we would have made it. I still don't know if we'll make it in the final fight, the Titans. I feel like we just won't have enough health. Guess it really depends on how early we draw into the right cards to bolster our attempt. All right. Get him with a Moonbeam. I'm glad the Void is Feast will go back there. All right, Titans. Let's clash. Alright. I'm gonna default to setting it up basic style, and we'll see how it responds to that. Really feel like Hef does need to be protected. Okay, Steel Bully Claw on the first turn. Pretty good. Moonglaive. Okay. I don't need a bunch of energy this turn, though. No, I don't. Let's have this Crucible Steward burn out a Amber there. And then I will pull down Hef, and then this one, you can burn out a Scrap Metal, because I won't even be able to draw. Yeah, I'm drawing 8 cards a turn at the moment, with only 6 slots in hand to draw. I think Celestial Storm's definitely a good idea here. I think it's going to be very difficult for me to keep my Forge Steward in the front line alive. Which itself is quite dangerous. Pull that one down. Then it's just... Maybe I assemb... No, because I need to move down the what's the name? Moon Pixie. I almost wonder if my best play is to cycle my way back down into an infinite and then just have the infinite. I mean, it's going to be Car Collapse's bottom floor. Need to ban Vengeful Shards if I want to have even a chance. Moonbeam with a bunch of money does decent damage on the top. Oh boy. If only I had a weapon right now, it'd be so good. I mean, it's the perfect amount of forge to put on a unit. So much of this damage next turn. All right, is there a way to get the... Is there a good way, at least, to get the Moon Pixie down earlier? Maybe I just play it. Take it to start with, and oh my god, I don't even have that many cards to exhaust with it. I'm pretty terrified about this. Unfortunately, my health was too low. Keep on the health of my units. What matters the most. Got a decent amount of corruption on savagery as well. We might kill savagery with that. Minion will die naturally as well. If I can get like some good damage on entropy this round, maybe we can fix this. A non-boss unit to this floor, sadly. That's almost entropy dead here. I think we can survive. I think we can survive long enough to be able to kill all of the Titans and not a moment longer. Entropy goes down this turn, Savagery goes down next turn, and Dominion the turn after. Whoa. Actually, we literally have to kill this turn. It's just big Moonbeam top line. We made it. On a wing and a gosh damn dream, though. Woof. I really needed a frontliner with a bit more oomph than any of the ones that I went with. I mean, you know, a single phase blessing, of course, would have changed everything there as well. If only I had phase blessing at the start. Then I wouldn't have the Moonblades in the deck, and then I wouldn't have Conduit, and then I wouldn't need phase blessing. Because phase blessing was a choice instead of the Fae, which I took. Win streak 10! Woo! Yeah, it definitely took a reset fight as well. But win streak 10! Let's head back to the outpost, and I gotta tell you, my name's been Rhapsody. I gotta tell you, it's been Monster Train 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below, streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Add up of a thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to Sorathil. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.